Hey LC, welcome back to your 16th installment of TribeTV. I'm Alex Leamy.
And I'm Adriana Klein.
Oh, pish posh.
Okay, sorry.
Our allies across the pond have had their waters boiling, as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, more widely known as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, have announced their intention of pulling out as senior royals of the royal family. The couple announced the news through their Instagram account on January 8th. They plan to split their time between the UK and North America and want to work to become financially independent.
I think it's kind of cool that someone in the royal family is trying to break tradition and go to Canada.
Indiana could become the latest state to pass a bill that requires every classroom to display a poster including the American flag, the Indiana state flag, and the country's motto, "In God We Trust." State Senator Dennis Cruz is once again attempting to pass this bill.
I don't think it's necessary to have a poster with all the flags, like the United States flag or the Indiana state flag. I just think it's necessary to have the United States flag in like everyone's classroom.
First, let's take a look at the regional winning show that our theater students are taking to state this weekend.
And in first place, Lake Central.
So our contest show is called Women in War, and basically it's a collection of fictional stories based on fact of all different kinds of war periods and people in wars over time, with anywhere from World War II to the Korean War. It's just everyone telling their stories about all the hardships of war. And then when you expect to see the show, there's going to be a lot of sad moments. It just kind of hits you hard when it's like all of these hardships about war, and like you get to learn about all these wars and what people went through. So I'm student directing the show with one other person, and basically as student directors, we help the director with whatever he needs us to do. We are basically the understudies as well, so we have to memorize all of the rules for the show, and whenever someone isn't there, we fill in for them. I'm really excited about state. It's going to be my first time, and it's just going to be so much fun, and I'm really hoping we do well.
Break a leg at state, guys.
Next, let's take a look at a computer science class here at LC.
Computer science is everywhere now.
It has definitely been very difficult. Well, during the first month, I basically had no idea what I was doing.
Any job that you have, any place that you go, you encounter computers and a changing technology in the world. So computer science is an essential part of life now. Yes, when I first started teaching here, I just taught a few computer science courses, probably 3 when I first started teaching.
It's been pretty difficult because I don't really always know what's going on. I usually have to spend more time after school, which I'm usually available to do. It's just I have to put more work into it.
Gradually started adding more computer science courses to the curriculum. And now there's 2 teachers. I taught part-time computer science, and now I myself teach full-time just computer science, and Mr. Iwima also teaches some computer science class. As of 2021, it is going to be required to be taught in every school in the United States, but I believe that every high school student at some point in the future will be required to take a computer science class.
I can't even compute how interesting that segment was.
Next, let's take it over to Josh and Giovanni for our weekly sports update.
What's up, LC? I'm Josh Burnett.
I'm Jemai Alcantar.
Welcome back to this week's sports update.
The The gymnastics team won at Lowell on Tuesday night. Their next meet will be next Tuesday at Valpo High School. Good luck to the gymnastics team.
Both our boys and girls swimming and diving teams competed against Crown Point this Tuesday, both beating Crown Point. The girls placed second in the DAC championships. Congrats to the girls. Unfortunately, our hockey team lost 2-0 against Culver this past week, but they will take on Bishop Knoll this Sunday at Midwest. Make sure to go out and support the Tribe.
A big congratulations to the Varsity Centralettes on having a clean sweep at the Munster Invite this weekend. Great job, girls, and let's check out a video about this year's Centralettes.
So far this season, we've been doing pretty good. We've had 3 competitions and we've been pretty successful at all of them.
This year we're competing 11 dances at competitions, and we usually do 4 every year. So there's a lot more pressure and we have to work a lot harder in practices now. My favorite dance this year is probably our jazz dance, because it's what we're trained the most in, and it's really different from everything we've done in the past years.
This season we have to be right on our A game because the teams in Indiana are really stepping it up this year. They're trying to come close to us, but we're going to try to not let that happen.
I would definitely say it's a lot more nerve-wracking, and it's been making us work harder lately with like Indiana teams coming in like closer spots with us and scores. So I think it's a good thing that everyone's like growing.
We're going to continue to work really hard. We practice every day during the week. Sometimes our choreographers will come out and fix things up.
I'm feeling confident. I feel like this year our team's a lot stronger than we have been in the past years, so I'm excited.
This week's Athlete of the Week, as presented to you by Sweet Frog, is freshman wrestler Devin Moore, who wrestled her way to second at state. Congratulations, Devin.
The boys basketball team picked up a huge win on Tuesday night at Lowell High School. They won 63-62 in overtime and were led by Nick Anderson, who had 39 points, and by Nate Oakley, who had 11 points. The Indians picked up their 3rd straight road win and improved to 9-5 on the season. On Friday night, the boys and girls basketball teams will play. The girls will play at 6 o'clock and the boys game will follow. Be sure to come out and support the Tribe. If you can't make it, the game will be live streamed right here on our YouTube channel.
That's going to be it for this week, LC. I'm Josh Burnett.
And I'm Jemiah Alcantara.
See you next time.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Hey Alex.
What's up, Adriana?
Guess what?
What?
We don't have to go searching in the outback to find someone from Australia. We've had one here in our midst.
Hi, I'm Olive and I'm a foreign exchange student from Australia.
My favourite thing to do in America is actually go to school, because it's way different to my school back home, as I go to an all-girls school with only 800 students, and here it's just like so much more fun. There's so many more activities to do. I loved all my teachers, which makes it so much better, and it's a little bit easier here. I think the hardest thing about transferring to this school is like making new friends, as you have to introduce yourself to everyone, and also lunch is really scary because you have 4 different lunches and you never know who's going to be in your lunch, so you have to like find your friends. Especially at the beginning, it was really hard. So a big difference between school in America and school in Australia is that we have so many rules on what you can wear. Like, first of all, we have a school uniform, so that's a big difference, but we're also allowed no nail polish, only 1 earring per ear. We're not allowed any jewelry unless it has a cross on it. So about the fires in Australia, currently it's not affecting where I live. There's no major bushfires where I live, although I've been in contact with friends and family back home, and they say how everything outside is just like a grey cloud over everything, and it's just such a distinct smell of smoke that the fires could spread down to my state. I definitely miss my family the most. It was really hard, especially at the start, knowing that I had a whole 6 months ahead of me without being to see them and hang out with them, and also friends back home, because I have such strong connections with them, and you're just getting up and leaving them. So definitely homesickness and getting over that and being comfortable in a new place. My host family in the new place I'm staying at, I absolutely adore them. They just take me out to see so much of America. I've gone to so many states, seen so many things. It's just been just the best experience of my life, and I love them and thank them so much for taking me in.
It's what I have to live with every day for 6 months.
Things people get wrong about Australia or don't know is that it's not summer all the time. We do have 4 seasons. It just doesn't snow in winter and doesn't get as cold. So many Americans think that there's just spiders and snakes everywhere, even where I live, and I live close to the city, so it's not as common. So if you're a tourist and coming to Australia, you're not going to see that many spiders or snakes, so it's fine. There's not a huge difference between snacks here and in Australia because many of the snacks you can buy here, I can buy back home. The only things that I can't really buy here are iconic Australian foods, which include Vegemite, which is a spread on toast, and I've met one American that likes it. So Tim Tams, which Mr. Zalonik loves, and he can tell you how great they are. They're chocolate biscuits, and just other things like crackers, which it's a variation of your Cheez-Its. We just have different flavors of them. My last tip for any exchange students is eat healthy and don't eat all the food here because I know that it just makes you put on so much weight. My advice for other exchange students is, especially at the start, try and stay off your phones and just create friendships in America and enjoy it while you're here because from experience it goes so quickly and I can't believe that I'm already leaving in 2 days. So just make the most of it and put yourself out there.
Wow, what an interesting background story.
This past Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Let's check out some of our very own students who have something to say about this great man's legacy.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
I have a dream. 4 words by the Reverend King that impacted millions of lives. Martin Luther King Jr. Day happens every year on the 3rd Monday of January, but the day off isn't just that. We caught up with some LC students to see what the day really means to them.
Something that we probably wouldn't have was probably equal rights and not be in the school that we are in today.
Something I think I probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for Martin Luther King would probably be, think about segregated schools, schools wouldn't be together like that, races wouldn't be together like that. Martin Luther King was a big part of that.
To me, Martin Luther King Day, as an African American, it means that I have the same rights as others, and that it also means that the sacrifices that people that came before me made so that I could be at Lake Central, that I could have the same opportunity, the same rights afforded to me as everyone else. Breaking down, for example, the walls of segregation and all the abuse that people of color have suffered in the past. Martin Luther King Day just means to me that I am equal.
So that me and you can walk the same streets, so that we can talk to each other without being hatred.
The same water fountain.
Exactly.
It just means freedom in general to me.
That was very inspiring.
Lastly, we'll hop back in with Bree and Josh with the Region Gem.
What's up, LC? I'm Josh Burnett.
And I'm Bree Cosina.
Welcome back to another Region Gems. Today we're going to head over to Albanese Candy Factory in Maryville.
Let's check it out. For over 30 years, Albanese has been making the world's best gummies and candies right here in the United States. Albanese Candy Factory is located off of US 30 in Maryville. They are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have a variety of different candies such as Goof Up Gummies for a good deal, and they also sell gifts and souvenirs. Make sure to check it out.
That was pretty sweet. Now let's take a look at how some students at LC are being sweet to one another.
Hi Lake Central, this is Ms. Klein again from Guidance. I'm here today to explain our Great Kindness Challenge. So next week, January 27th through the 31st, we're going to have a school-wide kindness challenge called the Great Kindness Challenge. So all of your teachers are going to have raffles that look like this. So throughout the week, if you display an act of kindness, they are going to fill out their sheet, put their name, they're going to sign it, and then the date. And then it's up to you, students, to submit this to the guidance office by 1:30 each day to be eligible for our raffle. So we're going to have lots of fun prizes, loopy cases, some food, some parking spots, things like that, gifts that you can Spread the kindness around. So again, next week, January 27th through the 31st, we're going to have our Great Kindness Challenge here at Lake Central. So the more acts of kindness that you give throughout the day, the better chances you have of winning a fun prize. If you have any questions, feel free to come see me in guidance. You will submit your raffle ticket or your raffle every day in the guidance office up in the front by our secretaries. You'll see that there's a basket up there to submit your kindness. I hope you enjoy it. Please be kind and choose kindness. And the countdown to kindness continues. Thank you.
Don't forget to bring your IDs tomorrow to formal, Elsie.
Well, that's it for today, Elsie. I'm Alex Lamy.
And I'm Adriana Klein. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in next week.